動けるようにしておかなくてはな。
Emil, yes, I'm calling you out specifically. If this video gets demonetized, just so you know, you are not recommending anything ever again. You realize that, right? If I get demonetized, you're not recommending anything ever again. The last time I rated characters was Snowbreak, and to be quite honest with you, I thought that a lot of the characters in that game were designed nicely enough, but to me at least, it wasn't that enticing. It's not a requirement for them, for me at least, to have some level of sexual appeal, but the designs themselves, aside from maybe a handful of them, were not enticing enough. They were not interesting. They were pretty boring, all things considered. When a viewer of mine recommended I check out this game just for ranking purposes, two things came to mind. One was, oh yeah, that game. Yeah. I remember playing this game. When I was making that 1 month later video for Genshin Impact, I used this game as an example. I like this game. I do like it. This game, actually Taimanin, came out a couple days after Genshin Impact. And I will be real with you, if this game, if Genshin Impact did not exist, if Genshin Impact was not a thing, I could actually see myself playing this far more often than I should. But then reality set in. When I was mentally preparing myself for this video, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I completely forgot how unapologetically sexual this game really is. I am shocked by how much the game developers were able to get away with. So to me, when I was talking about this with one of my viewers, I was saying, how in the hell am I gonna be able to do this without getting demonetized? And the simple answer, I don't. Honestly, I don't. I'm gonna try my damnedest, or at least try to censor as much as possible without angering YouTube. I'm only going to judge the characters based on their looks and more or less how I feel about the characters just by looking at them. I won't be pulling any outside sources from any other games or works or anything like that, because I believe if I mention anything else from outside of this game, there is a very high likely chance that this video will get demonetized, so I ain't risking it. I say, as this was recommended to me, and I do it anyway because I guess I'm in that mood where I will start to hate myself, so hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry, I already did this preemptively. And just so we're clear, there are outfits in this game. If I were to include any of the other outfits in this game, even if the sexual content was not a factor to any of this, we will be here for at least 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, we're not doing that. We're not gonna dissect every single costume, but we are at least going to dissect the character's default outfit. But with that said, if I turn around this character, I get the feeling this might be, hey, you know what, we'll just, I did say we were going to dissect the character. We're gonna do it, damn it. We are gonna do it. I am afraid, but you know what? Let's do it. I will admit this. There's a very good reason why this is my most highly leveled character, because I really love the character's design. And again, disregarding the alternate outfit that I had on her earlier on, this is a very good design. I got it. I really have to admit that. Let's just not look at the back over there. Like, disregarding the back, the front is, honestly, to me, the front is where it's at. I really love the use of colors here. I love the purple, the black. I really like the way that she. Oh, here. Okay, I know this looks a little weird, but here. Let's just pay attention to that face at first. That actually looks great. And I have seen the original artist's work on this particular character in 2D form, and I have to say, mighty fine. actually very good. I'm not gonna show it on screen. You just look up the information yourself. But I gotta say, whoever did the 3D modeling for this character, they translated the artwork very well. Like, I think that this is a perfect character design for this game specifically. Anywhere else, I mean, there's better characters out there, but to me, just in the confines of this game alone, it's the best one out there. And as such, I'm likely going to give this a... Damn, am I really gonna do this already? Dude, I don't think we're even 5 to 7 minutes in the video already, and we're already giving a 10 out of 10? That is crazy, bro. But yeah, you know what? I'm giving Reen a 10 out of 10. I love this character so much. Even disregarding the outfit that I had on her earlier, this is just perfection. It's perfect. Okay, so what do I think of Micah? So here's the thing. When I first saw her, I thought, she looking kind of badass. She looks so damn cool. It also helps that her proportions are like the way they are because, well, and I do like the fierce look on her face. Although I will admit though, I guess from a distance it looks fine. But once you get a little closer to the character, you can kind of tell that there's something a little off. There's something a little off about Micah's face and maybe the top of her hair. What is that actually? That almost looks like the top of a tree, a palm tree. I mean, the rest of her hair actually looks pretty good, but I can't get over the palm tree head that she has on top. It's a little weird. I don't know. It's a little weird. And combine that with the hair, I don't know about that. So with that said, I'm likely just gonna give this a... Am I really gonna judge it that harshly though? Just based on the face and the head? I mean, I do like the proportions, I will admit that. But I guess it's something about the face that kinda ruins it. I suppose that the more I'm being analytical about it, the more that I'm looking into her face and then her hair and then everything else in between, I guess I just don't like her as much. Granted, I do like her gameplay, the fact that she wields a rocket launcher, but is that really enough for me to give it a good score? I'd probably give this a 7. Either a 7 or a 6. But I am leaning more towards 7 because well, there are worse characters out there. Let's just leave it at that. Censor, definitely censored this one. Immediately, functionality, this is unrealistic as hell. This is just, I get what they're going for. From what I understand, in the little bit that I have an understanding of this character, she's supposed to be a hybrid between a human and a demon, right? Aside from the ties on her hair that's, if I recall correctly, they're supposed to be horns. They double as bows. Aside from that, there isn't a lot here to suggest that she is a hybrid. It's like the equivalent of someone putting on fake devil horns and saying I'm a demon. It's stupid. It's honestly kind of stupid knowing that yes, I do get what they're going for, but it's very weak. It's a weak idea just to have these double as bows. Everything else, you know, it's crazy. I was a fan of this. I will say this. I think the top half of her is pretty good. I won't say that it's perfect or fantastic. I just think it's a good design. But then you scroll over to the bottom and it's could you not do this? I get it. I do get it, game. I do get it, people. Give her some pants. Like, does she not get cold? Well, again, I mean, to be fair, her power is ice. I mean, I guess the more I think about it, I guess I kind of answer my own question. That doesn't stop me from giving her a 7. Right, so, the poster girl, Asagi. When you think of Super Mario Brothers, you think of Mario. He's basically the character front and center. When you think of Halo, you think of Master Chief. He's up front and center on the box. Conversely, Asagi is basically that character. She's that girl. She's the one that's usually on the top of people's mind when people discuss about Taimanin in general. So, as the poster girl, what is she to me? Despite the fact that she has these kinds of proportions, I think she's the most I think she's one of the few modest characters out there for this series, or at least within the confines of this game. I think the design's fine. Yeah, it's unoriginal. In fact, I'd argue that a character like Taki from Soul Calibur made that fit popular. The one, you know, the ninja onesie. Ironically, it's inoffensive. I think that's the best way of putting it. I suppose that it's safe enough to be displayed in SFW works compared to other characters that are in this game. Granted, there are others that are far more safer than this, but this one I say that it's a balance between something that could be displayed at, let's say, at a convention under normal circumstances versus 18 plus a convention. I think a 7 out of 10 is fair enough. Though I might be leaning more towards an 8 because I do have a slight bias over a character like her. Because, well, if you know, you know. Now, from what I understand, this character, along with other characters in this game in particular, has seen reworks, but I'm not 100% certain if it's just based off of animations or if they also cleaned up the character modeling, if they also cleaned up the character design. But from what I can tell from what I'm looking at, it seems that they did redesign her slightly. Not too much though, because she still retains the design that she had from before. What they ended up doing instead is they cleaned up her face a little more. And I gotta say, it is an improvement. I will say that. She looks kind of cute. Like, the more I look at her, I like the way that her eyes are brightened up compared to other characters that we have seen before. You can tell that that it is still anime-like, but the smile itself feels like something that you would see in real life, such as, yeah, basically that. So I do give props to the modeling team for making a smile like this to make it feel semi-realistic. Semi-realistic, not fully realistic, okay? Like, don't get that, don't get that twisted, okay? I do believe this character deserves at least an 8 out of 10. Just based on the face alone, I think that this is a pretty good way of redesigning a character without losing the spirit of what made that character special in the first place. You know, I am afraid that if I even give this a score, it would out me with, I get the feeling that that people would make assumptions out of me. So for that, I am going to refuse to give a score out of 10. Now look, if I was held at gunpoint with someone saying, no, you score that girl right there, right now. To be honest, looking at her, I don't know if I feel comfortable. I really do not. I know people in the comments are going to say this, that all the characters here, as far as I'm aware, are supposed to be of age. Like Marie Rose or Honoka are of age. They are of legal age. And I have no doubt that the developers have made, and I have no doubt that the developers had to make it very clear that these characters are of age. There's no doubt in my mind that they would do something like that. But to me, it doesn't really matter all that much. It's like, the more I look at her, the more that it makes me feel a little uncomfortable. The only good thing I will say, just looking at this character, is honestly not even the face. It's a little off about this one. I'm not sure how to perfectly describe the face, but something feels off. I suppose that it's in the same way that Micah's face looked a little off when we were first looking at her. So there's that. Maybe it might have something to do with the way this character is shaded. Not that way. Not that way. No. Don't you dare. Don't you friggin' dare. What I mean to say is, in terms of lighting, something feels off about her. It's like the cell shading was not implemented correctly on the Yukikaze. That's more or less what I'm trying to get at. This is a 4 out of 10, honestly. It's like, disregarding the fact that I'm not comfortable looking at her in terms of like the entire character design. The face itself, it kind of like, I don't know, it just feels a little off to me, that's all. Okay, Rinko. What the hell do I even have to say about her? If I remember correctly, she's also one of the other characters that was also redesigned in some way. And to be honest, yeah, I could see that. I don't remember the bodysuit looking this shiny before. I don't think so. I could be proven wrong though, because, you know, it's been a while. I'm not gonna lie, I think I prefer the old design of the costume. But then maybe because there hasn't been any other character that we've seen so far that has clothing that would shine like that. With that said, I do like the fact that they fixed up her face, because because from the little bit that I do remember, I remember her face looking a little weird. I do remember her face looking a little weird, just staring down towards the character. It's very strange to me. It feels very alien, I would also admit. An almost uncanny valley feeling. This looks nicer by comparison, honestly. And on that note, I do believe I'm going to give Rinko an 8 out of 10, just by virtue of improving the character. Now, with that said, okay, you know what? Maybe a 7 actually. Maybe actually, the more I think about it, maybe a 7 because of the I miss the unshininess of the bodysuits from earlier. But I do appreciate the fact that the developers went in to fix up a Rinko a little bit. Not by a lot, but it is an improvement. Oh yes, finally, a body type that is actually semi-realistic. By comparison, it's semi-realistic to a bunch of the other characters that we've seen so far. A lot of the characters that we have seen so far, they have very, very, very skimpy clothing. Why are you surprised? A lot of the designs that I have seen so far don't really scream battle ready. Whenever a blade were to slash through one of them, one of two things will happen. Either the clothes will fall apart, which, to be honest, would be the point. And the other would be, these chicks are dead. Like, dead. It doesn't matter how thick your muscles are, you're dead. Of all the characters that we have seen so far, this is the one that, it's a balance between sensual and practical. That's the best way I could describe this outfit. Now, if I also recall correctly, I believe this character also saw a redesign as well. But again, I don't remember the materials shining that much when I first played this a while back. But they have fixed up the face. Yeah, you know what? They did a good job. I like this one. So I will at least give props to that. It looks functional. It's very sensual, but very functional by comparison. So I will give this a very high 8 out of 10. I will give this a very high 8 out of 10. I might leaning more towards a 9. I'll have to think about it a little. I might need to think about it. But for now, I think a very high 8 would be just fine. I refuse to give a comment on anything about Su Jinglei. I forgot that she did not have much to work with regarding the character design. A refuse out of 10. I don't care. I don't care. Suck my nuts. Very thick. I do believe she's also received a redesign as well. I could be wrong. I guess I'm seeing a pattern regarding newly redesigned characters. And it's the shine. And you know what? This is... I feel bad because... Okay. So, good things first. The face, I like it. I don't think I particularly love it, but I like the full lips. I do like the eyes. I do like her hair. That is just damn good hair. I'm not exactly a fan of the bow, but you know what? The whole face, I love it. But once we go further down, oh boy. Okay. Just so we're clear, I like the outfit. I don't like the fact that they use the texture. I hate the fact that they use the shine texture on the stomach area where it's supposed to be a fabric. It's supposed to be some kind of what do you call it? some see-through fabric. I could be wrong. I honestly don't think fabric like that is supposed to shine, right? Am I dumb? Am I not in tune with the fashion world? Is this supposed to shine? I really doubt it. I know nothing about clothing types, but I don't think that's supposed to shine. Much less the thigh. Ugh. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. What did they do to you? And the thing is this, I really liked this character when she first came out. That's a 3 out of 10. No, you don't do that. I feel so angry looking at this. I need to stop. I need to stop. Had it not been for the shine of the costume, I probably would have given this like an 8 or a 9. But because of this, I'm sorry, but this is a 3. Skin and clothing like that don't shine that way. No, absolutely not. I hate this. I hate it here. I need to be taken home. That was so unnecessarily aggressive even for me. She's thick in the right places. Very big in America. He's very modest compared to other characters that we've seen so far. Not by a lot though, but fairly reserved. I won't sugarcoat it. I'm a sucker for this kind of hair. I really am. I really love the swoop of the bangs just like that. There's something about it that is very alluring to me. And as such, yeah, I do think that Aerith from Final Fantasy VII's hair looks pretty damn good, especially the way where the bangs are. Same thing with Sephiroth. By law, I need to give this a 9 out of 10. I don't make the rules, I just follow. That's it. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Just based on the face alone, it's a 9 out of 10. Everything else, at least the skin doesn't aggressively shine. I'll give him props for that. I'm not sure if I can show any of this. Nope. I'm not gonna show any of this at all. It's just gonna be a big black screen. That's it. But unless if I get closer. There we go. I think that's as much as I could show. And with the amount that I'm able to show, looking at her makes me violent. I don't know what's going on with her face. I get it. It is accurate to the artwork, to her original artwork. But looking at this makes me feel violent. Though that might be because of her personality. But that said, I really dig her hair. I dig her hair a lot. Forget I said anything. I really love it at the front, but once I looked at the back, I'm like, why is that there? That almost ruins it. I won't lie. That kind of ruins it. So with that said, yeah, I'm going to give this like a 4 out of 10. And yes, that also includes the outfit as well. The outfit, it really does not leave a lot to the imagination. Trust me, you're not missing out on much. Disregarding the proportions that we have here, this is cute. And all things considered, this is pretty reserved for a body type like this. And I will say, I like the hair, and I do like her face. I'm not in love with it, but I do like it. I do like the Hime cut that she's given for this kind of hairstyle. It does kind of fit her. Wait a minute. Was she given a redesign, actually? I don't remember her face looking like that, actually. Am I stupid? Hold on a sec. Let me check something. Hold on a second. Yeah, she did receive a redesign. I did remember her not looking like this earlier. Her face looked a little more aggressive. Well, aggressive in the sense that it's a little more harsher compared to the soft face that we have over here. Looking back at the old model, this actually looks nice. Yeah. You know what? I think I like this a little more compared to the other model. Yeah. The more I look at this, the more I think, you know what? I think this fits her a little more compared to the old model. I think a 7 out of 10 would be just fine. Had it been the old model, I'd probably give this like maybe a 6 or leaning towards 5. But for this one, 7. I think a 7 is fair enough. You know, from the back, kind of bad. But once we get to the front, you know, we could have had a pretty decent armor design for for a character like her, because again, like I said, I'm a sucker for these kinds of these kinds of hair. I'm a sucker for this kind of hairstyle. You already get bonus points from me, and combine that with the face, with that Sephiroth-looking face. Yeah, I'm a fan of this. But once we get to the body, it's like, can you at least be imaginative when you make stuff like this? Come on. Come on. 6 out of 10. There we go. There we go. Noah Brown. For a body type like this looks proper by comparison. Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe not that. Okay, maybe not by that much, but still. Compared to the other characters that we have seen so far, and one that I refuse to score, this actually looks decent. So with that said, let's... I don't know how to say this without sounding super weird. So let's just get right into it. I like the design of the eyes. I like the hair. I like the face, and even the big clip that she has on the side. Unrealistic, but you know what? I'll accept it. And I do like the fact that her hoodie resembles a mouth. I think that's kind of cool. That's actually a pretty cool character design. Now, do I think it's perfect? No, not really. I'd say that the dress length is a little too short for my tastes, honestly. Though that might be because of the way that she's posed, that she's like that she has her hip on one side and such, and as such the skirt kind of the dress kind of like lifts a little bit. But you know what? I like the design. This is good enough to be an 8 out of 10. Yeah, this is good enough to be an 8 out of 10. Yeah, this 8 out of 10 design. Friggin' like Jessica Rabbit looking ass. It is a little modest compared to other characters, but once more, it's not exactly an original design. Maybe save for this, which goes through the hair. It's stupid. Where's that thing even attached to? What is that thing? What is that boa thing attached to? There is nothing that attaches to that. It's a 4 out of 10. I don't like this. This is also including the fact that her face looks like the way it is. This is just... it just doesn't fit. The modeling is off. To me, the modeling doesn't look right. I get that it's supposed to match up with the artwork as well, but I don't know. The execution of it is... it's underwhelming. You know? We've had a lot of skimpy characters here and there. We definitely did, up to this point in the video. And I won't lie to you, I think it's at this point where, looking at this, I feel nothing. I feel nothing at all. I think I've become so desynthesized by everything that we've seen so far. This feels like nothing. This honestly just feels like nothing at all. And the fact that the character's face looks like the way it does, it's kind of boring. It's very boring. This is like a 4. No, actually, no. That's a little too harsh, actually. I think a 5 is fair enough. It's like, it's nothing that I could say it's spectacular, but nothing I could say that it's horribly wrong. But it really does leave me with, well, not much, honestly. I have no idea why, but once more, this makes me feel a little uncomfortable. I know that she's an adult. It's to my understanding that she's an adult. But that head does not match up with this body type at all. I don't know what is up with that head of yours. Combined with the hair and then the body type, it's like something about it doesn't feel right. It's like she should have a toned down body type to match up with that face of hers. I don't know. I have no idea what needs to be done, but this is a 4 out of 10, honestly. I get what they're going for. No, make no mistake. But something needs to be done with her. I just don't know what. At the very least, it doesn't show that much compared to other characters of this body type that we've seen so far. At the very least. I have seen this character archetype before, but you know what? I don't mind it. I honestly don't mind the personality all that much. And as such, I think for an outfit like this, Yeah, you know what? I'll give this a 7. I'll give this a 7 just for the dress alone. I do think so. But aside from that, it's whatever. But what does it say about a franchise that neglects armor to the point where seeing armor in a character, if only just scraps of metal, would actually make it look kind of cool? What does that say about this game? Oh my god. It's functional compared to other characters that we've seen so far, I will say that. I do like this hairstyle. I do like the bang over one eye kind of thing. I do like MASH after all, so yeah, I guess it should be expected. And I do like the expression that she expresses over here. I do quite like that. I'm probably gonna give this an 8 out of 10. And yeah, you know what? An 8 out of 10 just for the fact that they even considered adding armor for this character. Just based on that. I regret a lot of decisions. A lot of it. I really do. But I think covering this game might be the biggest regret in my entire YouTube career. And considering the videos that I have uploaded in the past, that is saying a lot. The only thing I will say is, she reminds me of a character that I have seen in academic research. Let's just judge the face a little. Along with the hair. So, Dark Elf, you know what? I'm a sucker for that. I'm a sucker for Dark Elves. Shout out to all my Dark Elves over there. I like the eyes. I like the face. She is... The more I look at her, the more I think, excluding the entire body, the face makes up for everything. And I mean everything. I like the little, the veil that she has over there. I don't even think that's called the veil, but you know what I mean, though, right? You know what I mean. The body also gives points as well. I will also admit that. I probably give Eleanor a very high 9 out of 10. Maybe 10 out of 10? I might need to think, again, I might need to think about it. Actually, you know what? Hold on, black screen again? Yeah, you know what? 10 out of 10. I think this is a 10 out of 10. 2 10 out of 10 so far? No way. Hell yeah! Like the video for properly dressed women. Let's go! Respect all women. This is just fine. Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. We'll talk about the face a little later, but everything else, I will admit, you know what? I dig this outfit. This actually looks kind of cool. If I was not given any context to this character at all, I would have thought that she was some kind of sexy vampire hunter. I thought, this actually looks awesome. But then you look at her face. You look at her head. Now, I do remember that she had a redesign as well, alongside the other characters that we have mentioned before. From the little that I do remember, her old face looks very off. Like it does not belong it doesn't even belong in this game at all. And it looks like that they did fix up her face a little bit, but honestly, it's not by much. It's not that big of an improvement, really. So, with that said, combining the outfit and then her head, her current head at least, I'd probably give this a 7. I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10. Hey, you know what? I like this one. Just looking at this, I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, the heterochromia eyes and the ears right here. The color of her hair. You know what? This is nice. I like this. And the outfit. Okay, well, I mean, I'll admit it's not the best thing I've ever seen, but you know what? It's good. Like a 7 out of 10. I think it's fair enough, because I think 8 is a little too high, but 6 might be a little too unfair. So, yeah, 7 out of 10. And Rose. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did they even reverse? It looks like they haven't even reversed the decision since then. No. You still have to buy her separately. Yeah, I was afraid of going towards this character. A lot of the characters in this game can be purchased with gems. So if you were to grind for gems for a specific amount of time, you can unlock these characters. Except for her. Now, I could be wrong about my details for Anne Rose and her controversy in this game, but the way that it goes is there was a poll that the developers put out, or what sort of character that people want to see in this game. There was a big amount of people that really want to see Anne Rose in this game, and they did get it. If you want Anne Rose, you need to buy a package. You need to buy a minimum $45 package. Now, one can make the argument, you know what? You're not just getting the character for 45 bucks. You're also getting a bunch of other stuff as well, like a costume, which again I'm not gonna show, because, you know, YouTube. But you also get a weapon. You also get a supporter and 200 gems. That's like value, right? In what world would spending 45 bucks for a character that people wanted would be justifiable? It's not. And it's actually one of the reasons why I kind of quit the game a while back. Not because I love the character, because I will be honest with you, I haven't even heard of the character up until that point. But it's the fact that the developers, but more specifically, the publishers thought this was a good idea to begin with. And I'm like, if they could do this with one character, well, who's to say that would stop them from doing any more? And that's why I thought, I think it's time for me to go. I'm not going to support this practice. I'm not going to support whatever this is. So that's why I stopped. But with that said, does she actually look good? I do get why she's here. I can't help but look at this and say, this is just an alternative Asagi. She's got the face. She almost has the hair. Which I will say, I do like the hairstyle over here. But still. This is just Asagi. But with that said, you know what? Yeah, I like the outfit. It feels good enough to wear at a convention. Granted, with some adjustments here and there. It looks safe enough to wear publicly without getting too ridiculed. You know what? I'd probably say give it a 7. Give it a 7. Yeah, I think a 7 is fair enough. Short stack as hell. Massive short stack. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This is one of the few characters that when I first saw her as a unplayable boss character, I almost want her to be a real character to play as. And eventually I did get my wish, but it was around the time when I stopped playing the game, so I never got the chance to actually play as her. I might want to do that later on. If you look from the back, it looks nice. It looks quite nice. I do like the jacket that she has on. It looks very, it almost, okay, it's not, okay, I will say it's not that comfortable to wear, considering that it looks like it was torn in half, like she got it for half off at a Ross or whatever. You look like you stuffed bags of sand in your chest.
Bag of sand?
Dude, set them free. They must be suffocating in there. I am tempted to grab a needle and poke her and see what happens. When you crash your car, you know you'll be safe when you have built-in airbags. Doritos bags have less air compared to you. Fighting demons, is that what they're calling them now? When men say they want them squished together, I don't think they meant like that. They must be shy with the way they're backed up like that. The potential recoil of her chest is stronger than her guns. With the power of scissors, Aina can enter full bust mode. It's a 5 out of 10. I think that's the most I ever talked about a reproductive organ for a character in this game. Of all characters that I expect to see in a playable form, this is the last one well, okay, not the last one. This is like one of the few I didn't expect to see. It's a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. From a distance, it does kind of look like Shiranui's outfit, but the more you look into her, the more that you analyze her, you start to notice a few things. That she's definitely unlike other characters that we've seen so far. She's more machine than human, if anything. And as such, you know what? I'll give credit where credit is due. That is a little unique. But again, from a distance, you can't really tell the difference. But I will give them credit for at least trying to differentiate from other characters. And as for the face, Not exactly a fan of the hair. Maybe that's why I don't feel as good as I should. But you know what? It's fine. I'm probably gonna give this a like a 7 out of 10. We've been giving a lot of 7 out of 10s now that I think about it. I mean, yeah, it's a design. She looks kind of cool. Yeah, you know what? She looks kind of cool. I do like her face. I like the design of her head. Is she a machine as well, actually? Yeah, she's also a machine. Although, well, machine class, more like it. But I don't know if she's actually a machine herself, if she's an android. And I don't want to know either. Commenters, I know what you're going to do. Don't do it. I want to keep it pure. I do feel a little more compared to Saika. I will admit that. And on that note, I'm likely going to give her... Yeah, I think an 8 out of 10 is fine. Okay, so here's the skinny. As I was going to press render on the video, as I was going to complete the video, I just realized that there is one more character I forgot to take a look at. And the reason for this is when I made that video, when I recorded that video, Hibiko was not even available to purchase because I know that you have at least a week ahead of time before you could purchase this character with gems. But when I recorded that video, you didn't even have the option to do so. And she was just made available when I was about to press render on it. So here we are. This is a post-edit reaction to Hibiko. Well, I mean, very prim, very proper. I won't say she's the best character I've ever seen because I feel that there are other characters that would deserve that title. But for what she is, for what she looks like, I mean, at least I don't have to censor her. That's great. That's a good start. That's a good start, boys. Even when I do turn around, she is wearing pants. So, great. Great. I actually do appreciate that. Thank you, gamer, for being merciful on me. I kind of like the hair. Just kind of, though. I'm not 100% fully in love with it, but I do appreciate it. And I do like how expressive the eyes are. Now, am I in love with it? No, I'm not, but I do appreciate the fact that a character like this does exist. Up, the shine. I see you. You can't hide that from me. I was gonna give this a 7 out of 10, but because of the shine on the pants, which I don't know if they're supposed to shine that way, the leggings part isn't what throws me off. What throws me off is the shine of the pants right here. It's not as egregious compared to other characters that we have seen so far. It does bring it down a bit. Going to give this character a 6 out of 10. Visually speaking, she's not all that, really. She's a decent addition. Considering all of the other characters we have seen, she's proper, but I do expect more. But hey, next time then. Next time. Right, so sorry for hijacking. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. We finally got through all of the characters that have been released since 2020. It's been 3 years since this game came out. I'm shocked that this game is still going for as long as it is, considering all the BS that's going on with, once again, Anrose. But at the same time, I'm almost kind of happy that this game exists. Let me explain. Because a lot of games nowadays, they are pretty safe when it comes to character designs. Back around 10, 15 years ago, we've had games like, we have character designs that are like super ridiculous, like let's say Mortal Kombat, like the Mortal Kombat reboot back in 2011, or perhaps the character designs in Soul Calibur 4. We don't really have a lot of character designs like those anymore. And you know, as much as I hate to say this, it is for a good reason, because those character designs are pretty distasteful by today's standards. Back then, there really wasn't that much of a standard when it comes to portraying female characters like so. Or at least when female characters are being portrayed as such, they're usually just there for eye candy. There isn't that much of a personality within the said characters, and they're just there just because we're only adding in these characters because we think they're hot, under the guise of representation, under the guise of inclusivity. Nowadays, we are getting more characters that, well, while there are some that are pretty sexual for the most part, they are they are toned down compared to 10-15 years ago. And seeing a game like this, okay, as weird as it sounds, it almost makes me feel a little nostalgic just seeing these kind of characters still exist in some form, especially in the manner that they're represented, and especially doubly so given the context that they are, given the context of the origin in which that they are being within. And once again, if you know, you know. Again, I haven't even shown you the alternate outfits that they have, because shockingly, they are far more risque compared to their default outfits. Just remember, everything that I've shown you so far are default outfits. I haven't even shown you the... Here, I'm gonna censor this, by the way. I haven't even shown you Reen's outfit for the summer, which is... Oh my goodness. This is allowed? Oh my god, that's allowed. And even this for Micah. Oh my god. Granted, this is like, a lot of these are censored on the mobile version, but Jesus Christ, the fact that they could get away with this on PC without mods? In fact, here, the only costume I could give you that is even remotely, what do you call it, proper, is this. This is the only one I could show you of this character. And you know, I guess just to be fair, I refuse to give her a score because the default outfit is no. So just based on this outfit alone, it's nice. It's an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 just for this design, and just for this design alone. This is the only time that I will give a score for an alternate outfit, because everything else, forget it. That's gonna do it for today's video. Thank you for clicking on it out of curiosity, very likely. If you like videos like these, leave a like, leave a comment, and if you want me to react to another game that you want me to look into, want for me to rate in terms of character designs and all that, leave a suggestion down below. And until then, take care.